What I want to talk about is the kind of films and content that we will make, and the kind of films and content that we won't make. And then you guys can sort of chime in
Mm-hmm.
what your preferences are in terms of the content and things that you would make or things that you wouldn't make. For example, for me, we're working on Straw, which is a film about straw gun purchases. It has to do with something that is recently a woman in Minnesota. And a lot of things we do is going to have a local flavor for Minneapolis and Minnesota. Although we will have the international flavor, if we concentrate on things that's local, that's how we can build the audience. And I'm sure a lot of people have a curiosity about Minnesota. As someone who's new here, I know that for a fact just for myself. So by us focusing on Minnesota and things outside of Minnesota, it gives us a wider audience to pull from. But what I was saying is that Straw is about something that is currently happening. A woman was recently convicted who did a straw gun purchase for her boyfriend, and the results of that were tragic. In most cases, it is tragic. So it's a tragic story, but it's a timely story and something that's sort of a cautionary tale for people to um, take note of. Clint, your film, John Long. And in addition to John Long, we're going to be doing a film about your journey as an actor coming from where you were to America.
Yeah.
Those
Who's going to
things,
be playing me?
say again,
Who's going to be playing me?
you. So that's
Okay.
one of the things that, you know, the kind of films I want to make are films that are about the human condition and things that uplift people. Some recent films that I've seen are things that we'll never do at the Clinton Initiative. There's certain films that Cycle 4 Films would never do. But the thing is to make what we talk about entertaining, exciting, and something that people want to watch. So, Clint, I'm going to put you up on deck first. So, what kind of content do you want to make, and what kind of content are you not even interested in making at all?
Porn. I'm not interested in making porn. So, yeah, not that. Okay, next is the content that I want to create is a content that the general public could look at. Although it's going to have a little spice, a little PG-13 behind it, but yet a family could still sit down and look at it. If I'm going to use any swear words in it, it's going to have like most movies, like right through in the movie, they say F you mother F. No, it might have probably like one. Some people like, since I'm a Christian, I'm not a perfect Christian, I could digest that a little. But the movies that are so R-rated, like FFF, full frontal sex scene, and no, those are the contents that I am not interested in making.
Quick, easy, and to the point. So, you're
Mm-hmm.
up on deck now, Katie. This is your first chance to shine. What do you think?
Um, so I do agree 100% with both of you guys as far as like something being relatable and realistic. And I don't necessarily, something too strong for as the sexual scenes. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't see myself doing that, but
Mm-hmm.
um, I do think that if I was to do something, it definitely would be something dramatic to where it would make an impact, and it wouldn't have to be
Yeah.
something so strong, but
Mm-hmm.
something where at least it's like it's burned
Yeah.
in your head and you're
You
gonna
could bring the
remember that.
Yeah, you could bring
Yeah,
the point across without showing strong sexual scenes. Yeah. Uh,
exactly. Yes.
Yeah, and one of the things that we're going to be concerned about in the very beginning, because we're going to be crowdfunding our films, one of the things that we're really going to be concerned about is making sure that the ideas and films we come up with are something that we can realistically make. That either through using special effects, which are fairly inexpensive now,
Hmm.
we can make them, or things where is such a compelling story that the documentary style really works well with it. And that's one of the things when you said documentary, Katie, that really
Yeah.
stuck with me, because doing things in a documentary fashion, even if it's a story, that first person camera kind of thing, found footage kind of thing, that can really bring a story to life, and it really can stick with people.
Yes, I think it's I mean it happens all the time. If we want to throw an example, the Jeffrey Dahmer that became a big thing, but I think
Mm,
people were more interested in seeing the realistic part of it, the background part of why did he do the things that he did? Why did he think the way that he did? Like, was it his background? It's just more like realistic, and that's more dramatic, and it wasn't so heavy. I mean, they
hmm.
didn't have to show, but yeah, I think the details are important of
Yeah,
doing
and
it differently.
Most of the times when they get so caught up in doing these strong details and strong sexual, you forget about, the whole story and you don't get it.
Yeah,
All you're going to remember is that specific scene. And that's what most people want to stream, to look at that. You kind
yeah,
of like, it overshadows the point that you're trying to bring across.
yeah, you want to be able to focus on a strong story, a strong character, and I think that's what's really going to give us longevity and ultimately going to give us success.